Yo, so I just hopped out the fucking shower, checked my phone, saw the summaries out, fucking ran to my computer, and here we go. So let's fucking get into this shit. Chapter 110, Dear Bonnie, let's go. We got a color spread for the first time in months with Vegapunk in it, so ooh, I can't wait to see that shit. The chapter starts with a little flashback inside the flashback. We're getting a shit ton of flashbacks, clearly. Kuma remembered one of his trips with the Revolutionary Army in Goa Kingdom. Kuma mentioned that he noticed how Dragon seemed to know a lot about the country. He said too that Dragon visited a village outside of the country to observe a certain boy. So we remember that Dragon did pull up to Goa Kingdom in the post-Marineford arc to save Sabo and do all that shit. So, you know what, this isn't too shocking that Dragon's been there a shit ton of times, and he did grow up there. As he said in his little conversation with Sabo when he saved him. Dragon says, "Keep talking if you wanna die." Kuma says, "Why?" Dragon says, "A child is the parent's weakness." Kuma said he understands and he won't look into that anymore. So, it seems like Dragon just straight up told Kuma that Luffy is a son, or at least he has a son there. So, this confirms that Dragon does actually like Luffy a little bit. Cut to the normal flashback where last chapter ended. Kuma entered at Mount Kalubo, I don't know what the fuck that is, and observed Luffy. He was 16 years old. Luffy was practicing in his secret attack Gomu Gomu no Battle Axe. The same attack that he used to defeat Arlong. Suddenly, Kuma got a call from the world government. Luffy heard the sound and sensed a chilling presence nearby, but when he looked, Kuma was gone. He teleported. He got to use the fucking paw fruit. Shit's broken. I don't know how the fuck Kuma deduced that this kid was Dragon's son, but I don't think we're gonna really get any of that. It seems like we're leaving this little flashback here, or at least Kuma at Goa Kingdom. Luffy says, "There must be some really strong animal in this forest that I have yet to defeat." So he sensed Kuma's ass. Not like that. Although, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, he is a buccaneer. I bet his ass is pretty large. Kuma left Dawn Island to fulfill government's order. We could see Kuma helping a merchant ship that was attacked by pirates and making them surrender. During the entire chapter, we have narrations from Kuma's letter to Bonnie. Letters talked about how Kuma loved Bonnie. He also explained that he saw so many beautiful and amazing islands where they will travel, Jesus Christ, where they will travel together in the future. That shit did not happen, unfortunately. Well, you know what? There's still time. Kuma's body is still alive, I guess. However, cutting back to Sorbet Kingdom, we can see all of Kuma's letters were intercepted. Intercepted and destroyed by Alpha. No! Bonnie was waiting for Kuma's letters every day, but they never arrived. No! Bonnie never revealed her Toshi no Mi powers to Alpha and the medical team. Connie instructed Bonnie to keep her powers in secret. Connie says a smart hawk must always hide its claw. Kuma visited Vegapunk's laboratory. We see him meeting Stussy's clone, very jealous of Kuma there. Stussy's clone says, "I wonder who is more unfortunate, a human with no consciousness or a clone with consciousness." Interesting. Vegapunk says, "Enough, Stussy! I told you that you were a human!" Which I guess technically, I mean, she is a human, I suppose, but she's not the original form of Stussy, but I guess she's still a human. I mean, Vegapunk's not wrong. Vegapunk, who had his little Apple satellite head at this point, explained that once the modification is completed, Kuma won't have any memories or emotion left. However, Vegapunk will keep Kuma's consciousness up until the very last minute. 1 year remains until the surgery is completed. So again, this is 1 year before Luffy set out. He's 16. So that means the surgery should have been completed by the time that he was 17 and, you know, going crazy. We see Kuma helping the Revolutionary Army from time to time, but now he is completely silent, never talking to them at all. Dragon and his other friends must know there's a reason behind Kuma's behavior, so this is where he starts to get fucking weird. Back to Sorbet Kingdom, Bonnie celebrated her 9th birthday. Jesus, you motherfuckers who were fucking going crazy over simping for Bonnie and shit. Goddamn, she was a 9-year-old a couple years ago. But Kuma's letters still haven't arrived. Then 1 year passed since Bonnie's surgery ended. So Bonnie was 100% completely healed now. However, Alpha won't let Bonnie get out until her 10th birthday. Connie got information from a local town bar. One member of the medical team seemed to let slip that Alpha and other medical team members were world government agents. Connie and people from Sorbet Kingdom realized that the situation was very unusual, so they planned Bonnie's escape. Ooh, they're fucking real ones. The strongest fishermen from Sorbet Kingdom, Gyogo, Totsu, and Potato, I don't remember these people, will take Bonnie to sea and help her find Kuma. They remodeled a fisherman's ship into a pirate ship and decorated it to look like a pizza for Bonnie. It's similar to Julie Margarita, but I think it's not the same. Connie and Bonnie switched clothes and Bonnie stepped outside for the first time. Bonnie got past the guards and reached the ship. However, Alpha realized that she was Bonnie and chased after her using Geppo. Alpha says, "In the case that you try to escape, I'll allow to beat up and restrain you." So, this is a 9-year-old, by the way. Jesus Christ. At the end of the chapter, Bonnie in child form recalled one day when she asked Kuma what Nika looks like. Kuma says, "I'm not really sure. All I know is that his body has a rubbery quality and he can fight any way he wants." Okay, well, you know what? That means that Kuma knew as soon as he saw Luffy doing, the axe shit, he knew that Luffy had the Sun God Nika fruit. So, I think that's pretty much confirmed now. So he knew what the Gomu Gomu no Mi kind of was, I guess. Bonnie then uses her attack Distortion Future. Bonnie, Distortion Future! The future that I become like Nika! Okay. Bonnie's fruit is ridiculous. If she could do this, if she could pull this shit off. In the epic final spread, Bonnie punched Alpha with a giant punch like Luffy's Gear 3. Oh my god. Then Bonnie escaped from Sorbet Kingdom. Holy fuck, that fruit is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. It can do anything. Literally, anything that she can imagine. It's kind of like, the imagination, with Nika, I guess. That this fruit is like that. Jesus Christ. The narration says, the government immediately becomes aware of the hostage, Bonnie's escape. Then her fisherman ship that sails out to find her father soon turns into a pirate ship of the new era, rivaling Luffy and the other pirates from that generation. End of the chapter, break next week. So it seems like we're really getting close to pre-time skip time. At least, I think. I don't think there's a whole lot more to cover in this little Kuma flashback. I think most of our questions are answered at this point, unless Kuma does one last, detrimental thing. But I think for the most part, we're about to, leave this flashback. I think we got 1 or 2 chapters, at most 2, left of this flashback. And I think the fact that there's a break next week, I think next week's, 2 weeks from now is going to be pretty fucking nuts. But yeah, no, I think this video went a little bit better than my last fucking chapters video. I was all over the place in that shit. I think I'm pretty, I just got out of the shower. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling great. So, you know what? Let's fucking go. Editing this is going to be very fun. I'm going to try to pump this shit out immediately, and I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to be very stressed. Veins are going to be popping out of my dick and my forehead. So, you know what? That's going to be really fun. So, yeah.